Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. Echoes of Yaverland Hostel. Holly had always been drawn to the mystique of remote places, and the Isle of Wight had long held a particular allure. As she trudged along the rugged coastline, her backpack heavy with the weight of her solitary journey, she stumbled upon the Yaverland Hostel. Its weathered facade spoke of decades of history, and the overcast sky seemed to lend an eerie air to the place. Seeking shelter from the impending storm, Holly pushed open the creaking door and stepped into the dimly lit foyer. The air was thick with must and decay, sending shivers down her spine. Ignoring the unsettling feeling creeping up her back, she approached the reception desk, where an ancient ledger lay open. "Hello?" Holly called out, her voice echoing through the empty halls. There was no response, save for the faint sound of whispers carried on the wind. Brushing off her unease, she signed her name in the ledger and made her way to her assigned room. As night fell and the storm raged outside, Holly tossed and turned in her bed, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. Just as she began to drift into an uneasy sleep, she was jolted awake by the sound of footsteps echoing down the hallway. Heart pounding, Holly crept out of bed and followed the sound, her footsteps muffled by the worn carpet. She found herself in the hostel's common room, where a group of spectral figures sat huddled around a flickering fire. Frozen in place, Holly listened as the ghosts recounted their tragic tales of lost love, untimely deaths, and lingering regrets. Each story seemed to weave itself into the fabric of the hostel, binding the spirits to its haunted halls. Determined to unravel the mystery of Yaverland Hostel, Holly delved into its dark history, scouring old newspaper clippings and dusty archives. What she discovered chilled her to the bone. The hostel had once been a sanctuary for travellers, until a series of grisly murders stained its walls with blood. Armed with this knowledge, Holly confronted the spirits, demanding answers to the questions that plagued her mind. But the ghosts were reluctant to let go of their earthly tethers, and they lashed out with a fury born of centuries of torment. With nowhere else to turn, Holly made a desperate bid for freedom, racing through the labyrinthine corridors as the hostel itself seemed to come alive around her. Just when all hope seemed lost, she stumbled upon a hidden passage leading to the outside world. Gasping for breath, Holly burst through the doors of Yaverland Hostel, the storm still raging overhead. As she fled into the night, she could feel the weight of the hostel's dark history lifting from her shoulders, leaving her shaken but alive. But as she looked back over her shoulder, she knew that Yaverland Hostel would always hold a piece of her soul, a reminder of the horrors that lurked just beyond the veil of reality. And though she had escaped its clutches, she knew that its spectral inhabitants would forever haunt her dreams. As Holly stumbled away from the Yaverland Hostel, her heart raced with a mix of fear and adrenaline. The storm seemed to intensify with every step she took, the wind howling in protest, as if the very elements themselves were warning her to stay away. But Holly couldn't shake the feeling that she had to return. Despite the terror she had endured within its walls, a nagging curiosity gnawed at her, urging her to uncover the hostel's darkest secrets. Determined to confront the lingering spirits once and for all, Holly braved the treacherous weather and made her way back to Yaverland Hostel. The building loomed before her like a silent sentinel, its windows glowing with an otherworldly light. As she stepped across the threshold once more, Holly felt a chill run down her spine. But this time she refused to let fear paralyze her. With each step she took, she felt a sense of resolve building within her, a determination to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within the hostel's walls. Venturing deeper into the labyrinthine corridors, Holly found herself drawn to a hidden staircase leading down into the depths below. Ignoring the voice of caution whispering in her ear, she descended into the darkness, her heart pounding in her chest. What she found below took her breath away. A hidden chamber lay hidden beneath the hostel, its walls adorned with ancient symbols and arcane sigils. In the center of the room stood an altar, its surface stained with blood. As Holly approached, a sense of dread washed over her. She knew that she had stumbled upon something far more sinister than she could have ever imagined. And yet she couldn't tear her eyes away. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the chamber, chilling her to the bone. It was the voice of one of the spectral guests she had encountered earlier, speaking from beyond the grave. "You should not have come here, mortal," the voice intoned, its words dripping with malice. This place is cursed, and those who seek to uncover its secrets are doomed to suffer the same fate as those who came before. But Holly refused to be cowed. With a newfound sense of determination, she pressed forward, determined to break the curse that had plagued Yaverland Hostel for centuries. As she reached out to touch the altar, a blinding light filled the chamber, illuminating the darkness with an otherworldly glow. And in that moment, Holly knew that she had finally uncovered the truth. Yaverland Hostel was more than just a haunted inn, it was a gateway to another realm, a place where the boundary between the living and the dead was thin and fragile. And it was up to her to close that gateway once and for all. With a steady hand, Holly began to trace the ancient symbols etched into the altar, channeling a newfound knowledge into a powerful incantation. And as she spoke the words, she could feel the very fabric of reality shifting around her, sealing the rift that had allowed the spirits to roam free. As the last echoes of her incantation faded into the darkness, Holly felt a sense of peace wash over her. The curse had been broken, and Yaverland Hostel was finally free from its haunted past. But as she turned to leave, she knew that her journey was far from over. For there were other places in the world where darkness lurked, waiting to be uncovered. And Holly was determined to face whatever horrors lay ahead, armed with nothing but her courage and her unyielding spirit. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had a great day.